Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine. Today in computer class, we shall be doing lesson number 1, that is computer virus. Let us start. In this chapter, we will be discussing computer viruses, types of viruses, security issues, symptoms of computer viruses, and we'll be comparing virus, worm, and Trojan horse. Before starting with chapter, let us look at a video.
Ugh. 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 Oh. Oh.
Hope you all enjoyed the video. This video was described how virus infects your system, then how it deletes your file, how it infects from here onwards, how it infects your system and how it infect your files in your system, then how antivirus scans and deletes the virus thread from your system. You must have heard the term virus earlier. Especially these days, you may have heard virus like coronavirus. Many of you have had an attack of viral fever earlier, which may have left you very weak. Just like biological viruses attacks our bodies, computer virus attacks computer system. Virus is a computer program that enters into the computer system by attaching itself to another computer program and spreads itself across the system. It may badly affect or infect computer without user's knowledge and can alter its working. Even operating system may get damaged or even destroy the entire hard disk. Viruses are written intentionally by the programmer to attack other system. The programmer who writes virus program is known as virus authors. Writing virus program requires a significant programming skills. Some viruses attack themselves to a file and lie dormant, but when certain date or event occurs, they get triggered and become active. One example for such type of virus is known as Friday the 13th virus. This virus checks for 13th date of every month. If the date is 13 and checks whether the day is Friday. If the date is 13 and the day is Friday, this virus get triggers and become active. Viruses can be sent over internet or a network or on floppy disk, CDs, DVDs, USB drives. Computer programs like spyware, malware, adware, worms, Trojan horse also a part of viruses. What does a computer virus do? Virus tries to take control of a computer system it has infected at very first opportunity available. It makes copies of itself and also tries carry hardful tasks written in its program. This process can happen so quickly that user of the system may not be aware of the presence of virus in his system. Viruses also stay on lookout of new files or any new USB drives that are inserted into the system. They attack copies of themselves to the new files on USB drives. A computer virus is capable of performing the task. It can infect executable program files such as Word, Excel, OS operating system programs. It can infect disk by attaching itself to special programs in the hard disk called boot records. These programs the computer uses to start up. It can even infect files in the emails attachment files or transfer to disk to another disk. Like that is spread from one system to another. Viruses cannot infect computer hardwares like keyboard and mouse. It infects only software. Some of the virus carriers are BAT files, Microsoft Office files, email attachment, exe files, hard disk, CDs, DVDs, etc. Now we will see the different sources of computer viruses. Computer may get viruses through the internet or through downloading email attachments or through inserting USB drives on DVDs. Then through transferring data through Bluetooth, your system may get affected. Symptoms of computer virus. When system gets affected to virus, it should follow these symptoms. The computer runs very slow and takes long time to start. Sometimes the infected file may make copies of infected file make copies of itself, which can use almost all free space of your hard disk. A copy of virus infected file may be sent to addresses in your email address list. Next, the virus may reformat your hard drive and delete your file and programs. Some viruses may install hidden programs such as pirated software, which can be distributed and sold from your system. Next symptom may be the virus may reduce security, which may allow intruders to remotely access your computer and network. It may steal your password or secure information from your system. Next symptom is Windows will not start because certain critical system files are missing. And then you receive an error message that it lists those files. Sometimes a virus, since as I said before, virus attacks your boot sector, system will not start. Windows will not start since its boot sector affected by virus. Now we will discuss different types of computer viruses. There are many types of computer virus available. Now we will discuss only few of them. Viruses are classified based on their origin, techniques, types of files they infect, where they hide, and the kind of damage they cause, type of operating system or platform they attack. Now we will see the macro virus. What is the macro? Macro is an executable program embedded in word processing document. It's like macro is contains a set of instructions like to opening a file and starting another application. Such instructions written in macro. This feature is supported in the Microsoft Word document. Macro viruses add their code to the macros associated with documents and spreadsheet and other data files. Macro viruses are most commonly found embedded in documents or inserted as malicious code into word processing programs. They may come from attachments of emails or clicking or by clicking some URLs code macro virus code downloaded into your system. They are difficult to detect as they do not operate until an infected macro is run, at which time they perform series of commands. Next type of virus is multipartite virus. Multipartite virus is a type of virus that infects both boot sector and file sector of computer simultaneously. A multipartite virus combines features of boot sector virus and file infector virus. That is, multipartite virus combines features of boot sector. Boot sector virus infect directly boot sector of computer. Boot sector is used at the very first when you power on your computer to load the operating system into memory. If the boot sector itself affected to a virus, system cannot start itself. Boot sector virus modifies the boot sector. Boot sector means the first sector which contains instructions to automatically load OS into the memory and is loaded in computer memory whenever computer is turned on. A virus of this type may spread in multiple ways, and it may take the different actions on infected computer depending on variables such as operating system installed or existence of certain files. They can simultaneously infect both the boot sector and executable files, allowing them to act quickly and spread rapidly. The two prolonged attacks makes them tough to remove. Even if you clean machines program files, if the virus remains in the boot sector, it immediately reproduces once you turn on the computer again. Next virus we will discuss is overwriting virus. An overwrite virus is one of the most frustrating, even if it is not particularly dangerous for your system as a whole. That's because it will delete the content of any file which it infects. The only way to remove the virus is to delete the file, and consequently you may lose the file and its contents. It can infect both standalone files and entire pieces of software. Overwrite viruses typically have low visibility and are spread through email, making them hard to identify for an average PC user. Next, we will see cluster virus, a type of virus that associates itself the execution of programs by modifying directory table entries to ensure the virus itself will start when any program on the computer is started. There is cluster viruses attacks directly DOS directory of system. If the infected with cluster virus, it will appear as if every program on the computer is infected. However, cluster virus is the only one place in the system. That means since cluster virus infects your files not by changing the file or planting extra files, but by changing the DOS directory information so that directory entries point to the virus code instead of actual program. When you run a program, DOS first loads and executes the virus code. The virus then locates the actual program and executes it. That is, the cluster virus directly changes the DOS directory of each file. Like file stored in the memory and its directory entries are down the DOS. The cluster virus affects the DOS directory entry so that whenever each file access, the first it runs the cluster virus, so that you feel that every program whichever located in that DOS directory will get affected to virus. The interesting thing is that about this type of virus is that every program on the disk may be infected because only the directory pointers are changed. There is only one copy of the virus on the disk. How we can safeguard our computer? By installing good antivirus, we can safeguard your computer. An antivirus program scans your computer and deletes the virus program files. Some of examples for antivirus are Norton antivirus software, McAfee virus scan software, AVG antivirus software. Next, we will see how to install. For example, we will see how to install antivirus from your CD. Here we will be discussing Norton antivirus. Before installing antivirus, you should close all the opened programs in your computer. Then delete if any previously installed antivirus in your system. Then proceed with step 1. Insert the CD into your computer CD-ROM drive. That is, insert the CD, then click launch Norton install, and then click Norton install Norton antivirus. Enter the product key. This can be found the original pack. If you purchase from CD, you will be having product key will be given to you. If you download it from the internet, the product key sent through mail. Once key is entered, users may be prompted to click on the install options link. At this point, they can review the options available to them and then click OK to proceed. Before final download will take place, users will be asked to read over the license agreement. They will also have to agree to the license to begin the installation process. Next, we will see worms. Worm does not need any host program to run it. It runs or multiplies it in itself. It's a subclass of virus. Unlike virus, it has the capability to travel without human action. Worm takes advantage of file or information transport features on your system, which allows it to travel unaided. Since worms can replicate themselves in a system, so rather than your computer sending out a single worm, it could send out hundreds or thousands of copies of itself. Due to copying nature of worms and its capability to travel across networks, it can consume too much space. Example for worm could be a worm could send a copy of itself to everyone listed in your email address book. Then worm replicates and sends itself to everyone listed in each of the receiver's address book. Next, we will see Trojan horse. A Trojan horse is a type of malicious code or software that looks legitimate but can take control of your system. A Trojan is designed to damage, disrupt, steal, or in general inflict some other harmful action to your data or network. That is, Trojan horses looks legitimate, but they will steal your data or damage your software programs. How Trojans work? You might think you have received an email from someone you know and click on what look like a legitimate attachment. That is, you have received one mail from, I think that you have received from your friend, and it has few down attachments, and you will be unknowingly you will click on the download those attachments, and the files get downloaded and installed to your system. That means unknowingly you will be installing virus to your system. That is, you might think you have received an email from someone you know and click on what look like a legitimate attachment. They look like a legitimate, but you have been fooled. The email is from the cyber criminal, and the file you clicked on and downloaded and opened has gone to install malware to your device. When you execute the program, the malware can spread to other files and damage your computer. Next, we will see blended threats. Blended threats are bundles of malicious programs that combine the functionality of different types of malware such as trojans, worms, and backdoors. Blended threat often involves an infection chain that begins with user visiting a website and diverted to malicious URL. That blended threats are these blended threats combine the functionality of trojans, worms, backdoors. Like, next we will see adwares. Adware is considered a legitimate way to make money for software companies that are willing to let you use their product free of charge. Adware is a form of malware that hides on your device and serves you advertisement. Some adwares also monitors your behavior online, so it can target you with your specific ads. Like, for example, you may have installed some games to your mobile, and you will be using you'll be playing. While you playing the games, you will get some ads like install another game. It will be linked to another game, so that this is, if the hardware is installed your system, like mobile or your computer or laptop, your laptop, it keeps track on what actions you are doing. Based on that, you will be getting ads. Spyware. Next, we will discuss spyware. Spyware is a specific type of adware that designed to be very intrusive. But here, adware doesn't infect your system, but it gives some advertisements. Sometimes it may be useful. Sometimes you will get irritating. Spyware is also adware, but it may steal your information and sends to the criminal, spyware is a specific type of adware that was designed to be very intrusive. For example, it will spy on your surfing habits in order to show the relevant ads. Adwares that behave this way is called spyware. Spyware is always installed without users' consent. Users will not suspect its presence. I will give you one example. If we have in our mobile, assume that in a mobile there are two, one Facebook app installed and another is Amazon app is installed. You have, using Amazon app, you wanted to buy something like you wanted to buy one mouse. So you might have searched for a mouse in your Amazon app. After even next day, after a few minutes, you will be logging into your Facebook, And even Facebook, you have like the Amazon page. You have liked Amazon page. And when you scroll on while watching your website, Facebook, you will be getting notification that you want the different mouse listing. You will be you will be get some listings of mouse, different companies mouses. How this could happen? Because you have searched in Amazon app using separate app, and now while you using while using Facebook, you will be getting notification that the different types of mouse. How this could happen? This is because of spyware, adware. Sorry. And spyware sometimes steals your password information from you and sends to the fraudsters. They may use those passwords and attack your accounts. With this, we finish our first chapter, that is computer virus. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you.